Hey, it's Clay, and I want to talk about what matters most for beginner day trading success. It is weird, so just give it a chance, but if you do give it a chance, I'm very confident it'll make a big difference in your trading. And along with that, because it is weird, and because I really do want you to wrap your mind around it, I'm not going to sit here and talk about it in theory and say, well, I think you're supposed to be focused on this because I think that's how it's supposed to work. None of that. I'm going to use some of my personal real life day trading results so you can see how this concept plays out in the real world of trading. So very little theory and then a whole lot of practical examples and practical trading that you're going to see, like I said, play out in front of your very eyes. Now, to set up the context here, let's go through a little thought exercise. And my question to you is this: what can you not control in the market? What can you have no power over? And as a trader, you're at the mercy of these items. So I want to go through just a few here that I could think of. How about, wait, management did what? Wait, what did the CEO say? They decided to do what? How about just dumb decisions? Wait, the government's doing what? The government said, how about the government? You have no control over that. How about this? Wait, they're doing what with interest rates? Wait, they're doing what with the trade war? Policy, right? Trade wars, interest rates, the Federal Reserve, all that sort of stuff. How about this one? Just flat out crazy. Anybody ever heard of coronavirus? I mean, totally out of your control as a trader. So many things that you cannot control as a trader. I mean, and these are just a couple of just very, very brief ones. How about this though? Let's flip it around to, well, what can you control? Can you control anything? There is one thing, quite literally one thing you can control in the market. Pretty crazy when you actually stop and truly think about it. So the one thing that you can control is this: how much you lose in a trade. How much you lose. Or in other words, better known as, well, your risk. So that is the one thing that you can actually control in the market, your risk. How much you lose in a trade. Seriously, isn't that crazy? Oh, so many things going on out there. But the only thing that is in your power is how much you lose in a trade, your risk. So let me ask you this then. If there's only one thing in the market that you can control, it would probably be smart to be focused on that one thing. It would probably be smart to be focused on getting really good at that one thing that you can, well, actually control. Hopefully that's a logical statement. Hopefully that's a fair statement. So the question, the thing that matters most is your ability to do this, to be one of these. A great, a fantastic, a professional, whatever word you want to throw in there. A great loser. You need to be a great loser. I know that's totally weird. It totally sounds like, wait, loser's mentality. I was brought up to be a winner. I was brought up to, go after success, be ambitious. And you're right. All those things are fantastic. But in trading, you need to be a great loser. That is what matters most. So if you are a beginner day trader, I want you to start to get focused on being a great loser. Or in other words, how to manage risk, how to control risk. Your entire life as a trader should be focused around risk. So that is the context here. We want to be great losers. So what is the power of being a great loser? How is being a great loser actually going to benefit you as not even a beginner trader that's just getting started, but even if you're a veteran trader, maybe you're struggling with your trading results, not getting consistency, perhaps you've been focused on the wrong things. I get it. It's easy to focus on winning. I need to make money. How much can I make? What is my winning? Win, win, win. And it's fun to talk about winning. I fully realize that. But you need to focus on being a great loser. So with that being the context, what I now want to take you through is a set of trades that I've made. And within these trades, you're going to see this exact principle play out exactly how it should be, and exactly, it really demonstrates the power of being a great loser. So with that being said, let's go to this first trade that I had, again, from my personal real life trading results.
And $8 is actually getting relatively close. Looking for a scalp pair. In at 8. Let's see if it can indeed get the break of 8. Like this setup quite a bit. Now, it never broke through 8, so I'm taking on a little bit more risk in the sense of not actually giving it a opportunity to give me confirmation. But like I said, I like this setup here that's taking place. So now it's just a question of, can it actually get up through that $8 mark? And I like the chances that it can. So we'll see what it wants to ultimately do. Let's see. Market opens up here in about 3 minutes. Though right now not looking totally awesome, but also not behaving in a manner which makes me think that I need to be getting out or anything either. Again, it never did break break through 8. But I don't want to risk missing the break. That's why I got in. And sometimes when you try to anticipate, if this thing returns back up to the $8 area, I may be looking to add. But as of right now, things are not looking so hot. I do like that moving average there, though. What is the high of that? 780. If it looks like it wants to get up over 780, I'm going to add another 500, which isn't really that much. I mean, we're talking about a sub $10 stock here. But I got to see some sort of sign of strength here going into the open. So again, if it looks like I can get up to 780 and wants to break through the 780 mark, then I will be looking to add. So let's see if it wants. All right, it's trying to work its way up there. Okay, getting level 2 starting to open back up a little bit. Market opens up in less than 1 minute. Get that out of the way. It's pulled back some a little bit. Well, at this point, look, I'm going to be holding right into the open, which is a risky proposition, but I do still like the general pattern. I like the general trend of things. Let's see, market, and now the market is open. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way now. It served its purpose for now. Bit of a pullback. Let's see, what is the high of that? 750. So I'm going to be looking to add if it looks like it wants to get up through 750. $740 being stubborn right now. See if it wants to bounce up. Letting some profit takers out right now. Added at 743. My average now is at 771. So let's see if this thing wants to make a push up towards 8. 750 going to be that key level that'll need to be broken here. Going for the break. Got the break. There we go. Can we get more of a push? Let's see if it can get up to 8. Took off some. Now waiting for the push up through 8 if it can happen. It did not happen. Now it's rolling back over. We'll see if it can make another move back up there, but shoot. Well, looking like I'm going to have to take a loss, and oh wow, now I can't even get out. Well, this is going to be a losing trade here. Still have 300 shares left. Seeing if this thing wants to make another attempt to the upside. But, all right, all out there, $280 loss.
So there it was. First trade I took, down $280. So I'm 0 for 1 on the morning. Not pleasant, not fun to take a loss, but you know what? That's part of being a great loser, overcoming those emotions and just realizing that within the big picture, it's healthy. It's beneficial to be a great loser and control risk. So that's what I did, down $280. Not pleasant, but let's go on to trade number 2.
169.50 looks like a solid level if it can get up through there. So watching closely. In. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Give me a back test. All right, there we go. 300 shares. That was supposed to be 500. So let's see if this thing can get some follow through here. Really like this setup. Needing to pull back here a little bit. So I wanted 500. So what I'm gonna do is if it goes back up to 169.50, I'll add in the remaining 200 because that would, well, maybe this is just not my morning. Because now looking like we had a completely faulty breakout here. So you got to give them a little bit of wiggle room here, but as of now, not looking to be what I wanted to see. We'll see if it can recover back up to the 50 area. Like I said, I would then like to add. There we go. So now I have my full 500 shares. So let's see if this thing can actually get the break, though. Wow. I'm feeling like this is just not going to be my morning. Yep, I need to get out. All right, well, there's another $200 loss. So down over $500 now.
There was my second trade, and now I'm officially 0 for 2. 0 for 2, but I'm being a great loser. By being a great loser, it's got me down $515, but I've controlled the risk. I've managed the losses. And while, again, not fun, it's not a pleasant experience. It's something that needs to be done if you want to have success. So I'm 0 for 2, down $515. But let's go on to trade number 3.
Maybe if it goes below 122.25, I'll get in. Okay, in at 122.16. There's the break. Can we get some more follow through to the downside is the question. Again, in at 122.16. Yeah, about 121.50 looks to be that key level that'll need to be broken down through if this thing's got a chance. I love the setup though. If it goes in my favor, awesome. I mean, I'm with the trend right now. It's just really a question of does it want to break down again. And I'm not looking for this thing to necessarily collapse $9 like it did last time. But like I said, 121.50 is going to be that key area that it needs to push down through. A little bit of a bounce here. Like I said, this area, let me see if I can get that mapped out. If it can break down through that green line there, I think I could have a nice little payday. But as of right now, it's going the opposite direction. What is that low? 121. Well, right now it's doing not what I want to see it do, obviously. But let's see if this thing wants to roll back over. 120. What is the low of that? Yeah, 123. If it can get to 123, I will look to add, as that would imply this has been a fake bounce right here. And fake bounces when you're on the short side is a good thing. So let's see this thing come back down to 123. It's trying to roll back over here. Yeah, 120 up. Still liking that 123 area. But 124 even is that stubborn level now. Whenever you watch level 2s, it gets down there and it just won't quite push down through there. So 124 does have me a little worried right now. Can it see 124 again? Holding strong, holding strong, holding strong. Can the price break down through it? See what I mean? If you're watching the level 2s, 124 just won't budge right now. There we go. Okay, watching 123. Again, if it looks like it wants to get down through 123 and break below it, I like that as an adding point. Laser focus right now. Well, is it going to try to come back up to 124? I hope not. Okay. 123.30. If that breaks, then I'm going to get in for another 500. Now I'll have 1,000 at 122.62. Let's see if we can get the break of 123, or else I just got suckered in big time. I like the setup that's taking place on the 5-minute though. Beautiful 5-minute right here taking shape. Can it get the break of 123 though? It's working its way down there. Come on, come on. There we go. Let's get some more follow through here. There we go. There we go. Can we get through 122? Come on. Come on. Okay, I have 300 shares left. Have 100 shares left, and I'm going to let this thing work for me now.
And there you go. Finally got a winning trade. And all of a sudden, I'm actually up $487 by being 1 for 3. And look at this a couple other ways, just to really illustrate. I was right 33% of the time. So think about that. I was right 33% of the time, yet I still made $487. Or the other way you can look at this, maybe this is the more negative way. I was wrong. 67% of the time. That's not a very good win rate, to be wrong 67%, but I still walked away with $487. How is this the case? Well, there is one more thing as traders that you cannot control. You cannot control how much money you make in a trade. Think about that. You can't control how much money you make in a trade. And that's how I was able to be wrong 67% of the time, or be right 33% of the time, but still walk away not only green, but very nicely green, because I let the position work for me. I let it go in my favor. I had no control over how much money I could make. And when you set things up right, when you go about it with the right mindset and manage risk and control risk, now, of course, you have to know how to do all that properly. But when you do that, you don't have to have a super high win rate. You can literally be wrong 67% of the time and still walk away making money. So be a great loser. Focus on the things in the market that you can actually control. And that one thing, the only thing you can control is how much you lose in a trade. And that is your risk, because that beautiful other area that you can't control, how much money you make in a trade, things can take care of themselves if you allow them to. So hopefully this helped. And I realize this was a longer video, but by going on this journey of losing and then the one winning trade, hopefully this inspires you to, again, I get it, it's hard to tell people, hey, I am a great loser. My focus is to be a great loser. But now that you actually understand the context of that statement, although it is weird sounding, it really can help out, and it's going to be the one area that you need to be focused on if you want to have those consistent results over time. If you found this video helpful, a couple of quick things. First off, very time efficient way to communicate that to me. Just hit that like button. If comments, questions, suggestions, if you've watched any of my past videos, then you do know I read and reply to all comments. So please leave those down below. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. If you like those little live trade bits, I have an entire playlist on the channel that shows all sorts of those. So check that out, and lots of other videos on the channel too. So if you like what you see enough to hit that red subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, get out there, become a great loser. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.